Hi everyone, hope you're doing good. Welcome back to the channel. I'm trying something new here. I usually ask for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe at the end of the video, but that stuff really makes a big difference and help here on YouTube. So I'm trying to see what happens if I switch it up a little bit and ask at the beginning. You hear it on everyone's video because it really does make a huge difference, and as an introvert and a naturally shy person, I always get a little bit like, ooh, when I ask. But I push through it and add those little YouTubeisms in here because it really does help to grow your channel. So if you could take a few seconds to do those things, even if you leave a comment with like your favorite emoji, it helps. So thank you so much. So this is actually a different type of video than I had planned to do for this week. I'd planned to do a wash day using some niche products. Two of them I've been seeing all over the YouTube shorts for the past few months and they look so good. So that is going to be coming in a future wash day. But the reason that I have to switch things up a little bit unexpectedly is because I actually got a heart rate monitor today that I'm going to have to wear for 2 weeks, and I was not told that I cannot take long showers until the day that I got it, which is today. And because I knew I was going to be washing my hair today, allegedly, I did a hair oil treatment, which is something that I've been doing recently when it's close to my wash day, where I just load my hair and scalp up with oils. And recently I've been using some oils that, although they're beneficial for my hair, I don't like the smell of them, but I'm not super like concerned because I know that wash day is right around the corner. But that's not the case anymore. So since I'm not going to be able to wash my hair like I planned, and I have to kind of reschedule my plans because I'm also kind of unexpectedly going back to California in a couple of weeks. My best friend's wife is going out of town for a training for her job for I think like 2 weeks. So I'm going to be helping him out with my little nephew. For that trip, I'm going to be doing my trusty tiny twist so I don't have to worry about my hair. But in the meantime, I have a lot of other things to do. So I thought it would be fun to do a little catch-up video with you guys while I take care of this hair. So the game plan is that I'm just going to be doing some twists on this dry hair, putting my hair up in a bun so I don't have to worry about it, because as many of you who are frequent viewers of my channel already know, I am actually moving this year. We have been talking about it on my channel for the past, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years. I have been staying in this apartment because it's convenient, and moving is such a pain. So it was never the right time, but I am going to be moving in with my boyfriend Will this fall, and it's looking like I'm going to be moving into his current place, and I would really like to find another place before then. He is open to it. I know he's not super jazzed about moving either because he just moved in there last fall unexpectedly because his previous landlord was horrible. So I know he's leaning towards us staying there for at least another year, and with how things are right now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find another place for us where it makes sense in the next few months. So I have quite the task ahead of me. So I have been slowly but surely moving some stuff over there because the game plan is if we do end up moving, I'll already have my stuff there. So even though I'll kind of sort of be moving twice in a short amount of period of time, getting the stuff from this place over to the new place, at least it'll be more gradual since I'm starting now in May, and we're not actually going to be moving, if that happens, until October. But if we don't end up moving and we stay there for another year, I'm going to be keeping the majority of my things in boxes so that when we move, I'll already be packed essentially. So I'm going to be trying to get my stuff in the current place to a point where it feels livable for me, but I'm hoping we find another place because ever since he moved in there, I don't love the place. There's one bathroom, y'all, one bathroom, and it's not a lot of space for my things, for my products, y'all. I don't know where all the products are gonna go. That is a problem for future Ashley, like very soon to be happening, future Ashley. So I am gonna be using up as many products as I can in the next few months, which means that in August, I don't know when, but I'm thinking the end of August, I'm gonna be having my last big empties here in this current apartment. So I want to go out with a bang here, so that's gonna be exciting. Another thing that I'm concerned about is where I'm gonna film when I go over to his house. So although I've been complaining about the lighting situation here at this current apartment, I do love the fact that I have this like white background. It works very well for thumbnails, and I'm sitting in front of my front door now. It's completely open and I've got a light, and that has been working as far as the lighting. But I've been testing out different lighting at his place, and it's not working. It's not working. The owner of the house has a very interesting taste in wall colors. Some shade of blue, and there's a random pink room, and none of them are speaking to me from my YouTube videos. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to go like super old school 2012 2011 like beauty YouTuber with like a background or something, like a white something to, I don't know. So I'm not looking forward to that. That's gonna be quite the challenge, but if we're gonna be there for at least another year, I'm gonna have to make it work. So we shall see, but right now I am just gonna be doing those big old twists in a bun because he's going out of town this weekend to a music festival. So I am going to be taking some of my things over there, like hoodies and sweatshirts, things I'm not going to need for a while, that I can just put in the garage and just kind of focus and do some things around the house, kind of reorganize to make some space for, like, you know, my pots and pans if I can. And the kitchen's very small, so I also don't know how that's gonna work. I've been downsizing, like getting rid of any plastic cups and plates, because with all the microplastics talk, I am not loving how much plastic that I've been using for my entire life. So I've been getting rid of those, but even with all that, I still have a good amount of things that I would like to keep. I try to continue to downsize and whittle away, since I have like 4.5 months until I'm supposed to move out of this place. So as I mentioned, my hair is very, very oily, and I use the oil that doesn't smell very good, but it makes my hair feel really nice. So what I'm gonna do first, since I don't know how long I'm gonna keep my hair in these twists before wash day, I'm going to use the Uncle Funky's Daughter Defunk. This is like a Febreze for your hair, as I like to mention anytime I talk about this stuff. It neutralizes odors, like if you're at a cookout or something and like that barbecue charcoal smell, if you're at Korean barbecue, if you're around a lot of smoke, or if you work out frequently and your scalp can get that kind of like sweaty scent to it. This is great for neutralizing odors and also being really moisturizing and hydrating to your scalp. And it also provides a little nice hydration to the hair as well. So I am going to get that on my scalp, as well as, ooh, it smells so good. It smells like lavender. Oh yeah, I also just trimmed my hair because, as I mentioned in my video where I took down my bubble ponytails, I got a little bit of damage during that whole style. So I was very sad because I'm already growing out damage. So having a setback is not what I was happy to see. It's okay, gonna get through it. I'm gonna be doing that healthy hair challenge video that I've been working on for the past like 7 months. By the time that video comes out, it's supposed to come out at the end of July. I'm removing a good amount of shed hair, which is really, really good, since next time I do my wash day and detangle, I'll have a little bit less tangles, hopefully. So I'm doing this to buy some time, neutralize the smell of the hair oil treatment that I did, since I can't wash it out right now. Because I also want to plan out some content while I'm gone. So it's a very delicate balance of needing to wash my hair, but I can't get this thing too wet. And usually when I am detangling, I like to do it in the shower. And yeah, I can do it with my back turned and all that, but since I was not expecting not to be able to wash my hair without having to think about all that type of stuff, I just want to give myself a few more days to come up with a hair game plan, because I do not want to have to do a new one of these. And the lady told me today that if it gets too wet, it can come off, and ideally they want me to wear this for 14 days. I think everything is good, but I mentioned to my doctor that when I would go to sleep, I would get this like heart pounding, like very heavy feeling where my heart just felt like it was going really fast and like really pounding, like I could really like feel it working overtime, and it scared me. Anything to do with your heart, that is scary. So when I mentioned that, she recommended that I do this heart monitor situation for 2 weeks. That's why I've got this puppy. So I was a little bit nervous, but the lady was super nice and basically just told me, you know, only thing I have to really change about my routine is try not to get this wet very much, ideally. Hence what we are doing with this hair. So I think that is a pretty good amount of saturation. I don't want it to be like wet. I want this to dry well before I go to sleep. Keeping up with the trend of neutralizing products to cover up the odor of this oil, I'm also going to be using the Unicurl Aloe and Coconut 4-in-1 Styler. I use this very sparingly because I don't think Unicurl is around anymore, and this is one of my favorite products ever. So I've been cherishing this, but I think this styling session is going to be a good cause to use it because it has like a very strong lemon cakey fragrance. It complements the lavender. I'm gonna use about that much. It's really good for frizz, and I really enjoy it for my one and dones usually. I think this will help the twist hold well until I decide when I want to dive into a whole wash day. I think that's pretty good. And I don't really want a middle part since I'm going to be putting it all up in a bun. And then to seal it in, I'm just using a teeny tiny bit of this Eden Body Works Peppermint Tea Tree Oil. This is their old formula. I've heard that they've changed it and it's not as good. It's not as minty and tingly on the scalp, which I'm very sad about because one of my favorite things about this product was how like cooling and pepperminty it was when you apply it to your scalp. It's awesome if you have any like little itchies and stuff. I am going to use just one little squirt of that to seal the moisture in and again knock out the smell of that oil. I'm going to focus on using that on the ends, try to heal some of that bonus damage that I got recently. I'm not using too much product because my hair is already coated in oil and I don't want to add like heaps and heaps and heaps of product on top of that. And then I like to twist the twist in between my fingers just to kind of tighten it. And that helps also to calm any little frizzy bits as well. I find that it increases the shine and it holds for a longer amount of time. I'm very excited about starting this next chapter with Will. Sometimes I'm there half the week anyway, but it's in an area where they're doing a lot of construction, which is a total pain, and it does not show any signs of being done anytime soon. Even just trying to like get out into the main road, it's so busy over there. It's so much traffic and stuff. My current city is pretty small. I can get to my essentials within like 10 minutes, but where he lives, it's much bigger. It's much more populated, which I do not like. So if I encounter a tangle, I am gently detangling it to make things a bit easier for me on wash day. Now, although I don't love the house, I am very happy not to be living in an apartment anymore. For the first time since 2006, I've been living in this apartment complex. So it is nice to have our own like detached, not connected to neighbors. The neighbors are nice and quiet, so I am hoping it stays that way. But I am looking forward to the day where we have more space both in the house and outside. Oh, I put this on before I was supposed to. I'm gonna go back. This is like a sleeper hit for me. I think that next to the Curly Magic, this is my favorite product from Uncle Funky's daughter. So in addition to packing stuff up, I've also been listing and selling things on Poshmark. I'm going to be selling some furniture that I'm not going to be taking with me on Facebook Marketplace and being very careful about that whole sketchy process. I can't think about what else I can do to get these bigger pieces out of the house that I know I'm not going to take with me, because I live on the top floor of my apartment complex and it's multiple flights of stairs. There's no elevator. So I'm just going to be listing stuff like my couch for super cheap for someone to move it for me, which would be a huge help. And if it's not moving by the time I'm like in crunch mode, I'm just gonna list stuff for free and tell people, hey, this is yours if you can get it down all these stairs. So, ooh, it looks good. Maybe this little break will be nice for my hair, putting it back in twists. This is what the curls are looking like so far. Everything looks so happy and juicy and healthy. Yes. Planning to do my next henna treatment at like the beginning of July because I do have some grays coming in. Oh my gosh, this stuff feels so good on my scalp. I usually don't start at the front of my hair when it comes to styling, so doing it like this kind of threw me off, but it's better for you guys being able to see what I'm doing, because I still don't know yet if I'm gonna do all the twists on camera or just show you guys what it looks like when it's done. Gently separating as I get closer to the roots, because that's where I have most of my tangling at usually. And I'm not trying to cause any additional breakage if I can help it. We're also trying to go to Boston for Will's birthday in August, so that's really exciting. He is actually planning to go on a European trip to Italy for a couple of weeks, so I'm also going to be using that time to move some stuff over to his place / potentially our place if I don't find another spot that works better. I've already prepped him that on wash day, I'm gonna need the bathroom for like the whole day. Since I've known him for these past 2.5 years, I've been letting him know what a typical wash day looks like. And since there is only one bathroom, it is gonna be a struggle for me, you guys. That is one of my biggest hurdles about the new house. I'm going from 2 bathrooms here because since John moved out, I have been using his bathroom as well. It's nice to have the option to go between the 2 based on which one I'm closest to at the moment. Bathroom is right near the bedroom, so you can hear everything. Toilet situation, which I hate, is going to be a challenge. So also while he's away on his trip is when I'm going to really start to look for other places that might be a good fit for both of us. We kind of like made a list of what we're looking for and add a little bit more product here on this little frizzy bit. Now on a positive note, some of the things that I am happy about is that of course I'll be able to see Will every day. See my little fur baby Smokey all the time. It is nice, although we have neighbors pretty close on all sides, that we have a pretty nice sized backyard with summer basically being here. More grilling out, hang out and have some wine. Although I don't like how busy that area is, it is closer to a lot better food options. The beach isn't too far away. There's a lot of good nature stuff going on. Now these twists end up looking and feeling really good. I'm gonna let it ride for as long as I can to plan out these next couple of wash days before I go to California. Trying to be super gentle. I also wanted to do something new in my videos that I've been thinking of, and they're basically like things that I'm curious about what people are doing now with their hair as far as like basic 101 type of stuff. Just because I'm really curious. I'm not looking to change anything about my routine because my hair is very singular, and a lot of things that work for other people don't work for me. But I just find it so curious when I see and hear about what other people do as opposed to what I do for my hair. For this first little series of questions, I want to know, how often do you guys detangle and what do you detangle with? So do you detangle once a week, once every 2 weeks? Do you use a comb, brush, finger detangle, or a combination of methods? And this curl looks a lot sadder than usual, but I'm trying not to be too paranoid about that because again, my hair is covered and weighed down in oil. Ow, I just broke a hair. Another thing that I was wondering, so 2 questions in this video. If you accidentally like snag on a hair and break it, do you like just chalk it up to the game and you're just like, oh whatever, it's one hair, it's no big deal? Or are you like me in my brain where I actively like am not happy about even a strand of hair being broken? That's how I am. My mom was always like, you have so much hair, why are you worried about that one little piece of hair? But I am though, because that one little piece of hair took a long time to grow. So although it won't be noticeable, you know, although in the grand scheme of my hair it's not a big deal, to me it still is a big deal even if I like accidentally break one little strand of hair. So I'm just curious, do you guys stress about something so like little, or are you like me and that really does bother you? Because it bothers me. If I hear one little snap that I know is not supposed to be snapping, I'm not happy. I think finally I'm at a good point with this section. Oh, I know what I just said. Looking at that difference still bothers me so much, but I think we've come a long way since last July, or June actually, when this damage happened. I'm closing my eyes because it hurts separating from this root with the tangles, and for some reason it hurts less when I close my eyes. I don't know why. These twists are not going to be the same size. I'm just kind of grabbing and going and trying not to make them too big so this bun won't look real bulky and crazy. Also, something I've been doing recently in my car, I am a pretty short person, but because my hair is so big, and especially when I wear a bun so thick, it's like kind of scrapes the top of my car. And because I use oils in my hair, and I don't want the oils in my hair to get like on my car, it will stain, it'll show. So I've been taking a little shower cap and putting it over my bun when I drive. And yes, I'm a little nervous that I look weird to my fellow drivers, but I'm just trying to protect my hair and protect my car. Will called me when I was doing this section of my hair, but what I did was repeat the process on the other side, make sure it was nice and saturated, but not too saturated with the spray and the moisturizer. Added just a little bit of that peppermint tea tree oil to seal things in and knock out the scent of the other oil. These are what my curls were looking like, very moisturized, very juicy. As I mentioned, that Unicurl always does a great job at really smoothing and making my hair look very nourished. After this style dried, I think that if I went and did this again, I would omit the peppermint tea tree oil because the Unicurl has so much oil on its own. Late, I'm about to go to bed. I've tried to let this dry for as long as I possibly could before I can't take it anymore and I just have to go to sleep. This shine, I kept it pinned up so it wouldn't be on my neck because I do not like the feeling of like wet hair and stuff. The shape of these twists are very strange, very strange. These, as I mentioned to you guys, are just like functional twists just to get me through until I figure out when I'm gonna actually be able to do my wash day. But oh, whoa. Now it is super frizzy at the roots because I'm working on dry hair and I didn't really get in with the detailing and do like the tiny twists. So the roots are just kind of, you know, doing their own thing. But hopefully when I put it up into a bun, it'll kind of hide the frizziness a little bit at the roots. The back looks very, yeah, these back twists look real interesting, really interesting. Things are still a little more damp than I would like, but it's manageable. It's not to the level where if I lay on these, they're gonna get like super frizzed out. There's already some little frizz anyway, so it won't be that bad. Spoiler alert, the bun is not gonna look cute either. It's just gonna be, again, a nice little functional bun, get my hair up off my neck while I'm cleaning and packing and all that stuff this weekend. So here we are the next day, and I've tried to play around with the bun and the placement of these twists. I know I mentioned to you guys that I didn't mind if it was like kind of haphazard, messy bun vibes. It just looks really crazy at the root. So let me show you guys why I'm not doing the bun after all. Oh, okay. Try to gather them as if I was really going to do it to show you. Like if I was just going to be around the house, I would do this. It's totally fine. But since I need to go run some errands, this is an interesting look. So I am going to forego the bun this time. Take advantage of the fact that there's like a distinct kind of separation of the two sides. And I'm going to do like some little pigtails basically. Let me try to even it up a little bit. I have one that's like kind of in the middle but kind of leaning over here. So this side is just going to be a little fuller than this side, I guess. So because the roots are so puffy and kind of untwisted, I'm gonna twist them a little bit and then just kind of gather everything into like a little ponytail, secure it under my ear a little bit, or right near my ear. I could do another one. Let me see what happens if I add another elastic. I don't love that. It's giving, I don't know, squid a little bit. Like it looks like a squid in the ocean. So beach explorer, so that's kind of fitting. I'm gonna go ahead and just let it be free like this. I don't like the placement. Maybe if I have it a little lower, I'll like how it looks and it won't jut out as much. Ow, ow, ow. Still jutting out a little bit, but I think it's a little better. I'm just trying to make this style passable. As I mentioned to you guys, this is not going to be cute. I think the twist out's going to be cute though, but as far as like this, the goal is just to have these twists be nice and moisturized until I can readjust my game plan to account for my little heart monitor. This one is especially poofy. Kind of twist it down a little bit, twist that, kind of contain it a little bit, see if it'll stay. Okay, it's something. Just gonna tug them gently to kind of bring it down a little bit. This would be a cute little beach style if I actually like style the twist like really cute and then put it like this. Ooh, I'm gonna trim this little curl. This is the final result. I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of styles like this over the next few months since I'm gonna be deep in cleaning, listing stuff on Poshmark and Facebook Marketplace / packing mode. It's gonna be about moisturized, easy style. So I foresee a lot of buns, twists, pigtail situations as I'm getting ready for the big move. So those are the major updates of what's been going on with me lately. I'm a creature of habit, so I am a little bit nervous about this big change, but happy about it at the same time. Oh, and let me know about those other questions that I had for you guys about detangling and how you feel about breakage, if it stresses you out as much as it stresses me out. Even like a little strand of hair, I think about that strand of hair. Remember that I upload videos usually every Friday with some short form content in the meantime, in between time. Hope you all are doing really good, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.